History repeats itself, right? And people they try so hard not to have a second Holocaust. They try so hard to not have a second, European imperialism or anything. A second Jim Crow, whatever. Thing is, they become so preoccupied with preventing something from happening again, literally, that the back door is wide open for human evil. It's like the elitists who effected European global domination in the 19th century. They're the same genes. They're the progenitors of the offspring who today are advocating open borders and all this stuff, and advocating, affirmative action and, unequal protection of the law for whites versus blacks, etc., etc. And it's funny because they're so out of touch from the ground. They'll go to India to relive some ersatz plastic Beatles experience, utterly out of fucking touch with, the working class whites of the West, and equally out of touch with the poor of India. And it's funny how, they don't know what's going on at all. That was the only bus all day. So now I have to walk over here, Shike. I could jump on the back, couldn't I? I could catch up. It's going to go as slow as I am. And it's funny, you guys have no clue what's going on. The alt-right, in its current incarnation, is not going to succeed. And that's not because anti-racism is going to prevail either. That's going down. That's the greater evil, to be honest. Because it's a blinder evil. It's buried in the sheen of, coexistence and equality. But it's not. It's bullshit. It's lies. Accidental lies, because the people who benefit from it and who enforce it and who are the high priests of it, the Brahmins of anti-racism, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're blindly abiding by this 80-year-old reactionary ideology reacting against the horrors of World War II. They're not actually gauging how it's, actually unfolding. And when it doesn't succeed, they blame white people. They blame rich white people. And by rich white people, they mean the upper middle class whites of the Midwest and stuff. The third-rate billionaires. And so what I'm proposing is an alternative to anti-racism, and definitely, don't get me wrong, an alternative to fascism, an alternative to white supremacism, an alternative to bigotry, an alternative to closed-mindedness, an alternative to borders even, an alternative to group allegiance, an alternative to human strife and conflict and misery. And slowly people are going to realize that anti-racism is the evil of our era because it's so blind to its evil. The alt-right, they admit they're evil in certain ways. They say, there's not enough to go around, so better us than them, better the whites than the blacks. However, anti-racists don't even realize how evil of an ideology it is to so many millions of people. And granted, the millions of people who are perhaps more willing and able to help the other billions of people in the world. Evidence that the great evil of our era is anti-racism, which implicitly condones, it turns its back on violence against white people, and especially turns its back against violence against racists. One of the guys who was at the NPI conference, he did the Hitler salute with the Tequila Lahab deal, the Hitler salute with Tequila. He got jumped. He got attacked a few days ago. And this is several months after, this is 6 months after NPI. And a few months after Richard Spencer got punched and I got my like death threats and all that, and stalkers and kidnapping plots and so forth. So this is a very concerted, calculated effort. These people, they're having a fun all the time. It brings them together. It gives them a sense of purpose in their life, like they're enforcing good. It gives them therefore license to commit other evils in their personal lives. Now it's like, what better evidence? And this is, I guess, sort of a conventional alt-right trope at this point that I'm making. But who's evil? The media. If there's like one black person murdered a year by a KKK member, that's evidence for ramping up the efforts to repress white people and racism, which is the elusive ether everywhere in our society, right? All the while, hate to say it, black on white crime, it's white people's fault. And a racist getting attacked by people for doing this, that maybe didn't even happen. Or if it did happen, he deserved it. Because he is oppressing millions and billions around the globe. And he's bringing back Hitler from the grave. Therefore that we defend ourselves against Antifa, anti-racist violence. I have suggested self-defense at certain points, in certain moments of weakness, when I've been under a lot of heat and anger and violence from anti-racist Antifa, and also, a lot of disrespect and hatred, I guess, and disclusion from the alt-right as well. However, I'm adamant that to hit back says you agree to be hit again. It says you are weak and that your ideas are not sound. And that if you are being oppressed, you are letting yourself be oppressed by not telling them, the oppressor, in this case, the hordes and hordes of brainwashed white people and brainwashed people of color, which is a terrible term, by the way. I'm using that just to make a point, I guess. The word people of color is intended to disclude white people and put them on a higher level, a higher moral level. So the word people of color is a terrible evil of our era. Antifa, you can come and kill me. Come and kill me. I don't care. I believe in, reincarnation and cosmic oneness. I don't care if you kill me. Come and bring it. Smash my head on a rock, right? Come and disembowel me. Castrate and rape me. Gouge out my eyes with a hot knife. Burn me alive. Tie me to a high desert plateau and let me be picked alive by buzzards. I don't care. Because I'm right. We are right. The righteous are right. Have a good day. And I forgive you. Because you guys are utterly blind. You're lost in the flow of the prevailing ideology. You've been on it to take your whole life. It's the umbilical cord feeding you truth in your brain. You're conditioned. You're barely even here. You're not here. You're not here right now, Antifa, anti-racist. Have a good day. Bye.